Our cells, especially our brain, it requires steady, consistent delivery of fuel. And the legumes will do that. And that explains why the white flour sits up here, is because of this amylopectin A. Whereas the whole wheat, so the whole wheat, it sits at 72. And as I explained earlier in the week, it sits higher because it's not refined. So because it's not refined, it has more amylopectin A in it than the refined. And so when someone wants to conquer diabetes, what grain should be eliminated?
Wheat.
Wheat. You can get wheat today that has not been hybridized, that hasn't gone through the hybridization process. That's called Enkenhorn or spelt or kamut. So to conquer diabetes, number one, eliminate. Eliminate sugars, all sugars. Until the pancreas has revived, even honeys and maple syrups have to be really eliminated. There is one sugar that will not affect blood glucose levels, and that's stevia. It's a plant sweetener. And you only need the tiniest bit. Some people say, I don't like stevia, and I said, well, that tells me you've used too much. It's hard to believe that 1/16 of a teaspoon is the same as 2 teaspoons of sugar. Can you see how tight? And so most people can't believe that. So they put too much in, and then it gets a bitter aftertaste. So if you get that bitter aftertaste, you've just used too much. So you're better to use less, taste it. Maybe touch more, taste it. I used to grow it. And after the meal, my grandchildren used to say, Grandma, can we go and have a sweet leaf? And they'd go and pick a leaf. It's incredibly sweet, and chew on the, but the frost killed my stevia. So eliminate all your sugars. Again, the only one really that could be taken is the stevia. Wheat. The wheat must be eliminated. Caffeine must be eliminated. Because caffeine causes a crisis response in the body. Remember, we looked at it in our last lecture that it gets the blood pressure up. Well, when you're in a crisis, you need more fuel, so it affects the pancreas too. It affects the pancreas by releasing excess insulin to get the glucose into the cell because you're about to do the run or the climb or the fight of your life. So caffeine must be stopped. Also eliminate processed oils. Processed oils are processed totally different in the body compared to the natural oils. So they're the things to eliminate. And with some people, it's important to also mention alcohol. Alcohol really is a refined sugar. Number 2. I won't go through each of the law. We have them up there. Put sunshine. I always apply the laws to whatever the problem. Get the person to lie in the sunshine and put the sun on their pancreas. That's under your left rib. So tomorrow, when we go through our gastrointestinal tract, I'll be drawing it on the board and you'll see where the organs lie. Make sure you're well hydrated. So I'm just going to say here, sustain me. The basic laws.